Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my channel and happy December. Today is the 10th of December and I want to talk to you about something which has been bothering me for a couple of days, which I noted down I wanted to talk about on my channel. Something which I worry about my nieces and nephews coming up into the world, that actually how sometimes that we can't be ourselves and let it be in every single aspect of life. That, for example, whenever something changes in the world, we have to follow, whether it be something in fashion or whether it be how we present ourselves in a certain way or our choice of music styles, one thing or another. There is always a trend which is influencing us. But when it comes to Christmas, we should really stay true to heart and do Christmas and keep tradition within a family and do it just how we want to. It was only last night when I was looking online and there were so many different things around saying that suggestions about interior designers should decorate this way, or perhaps that you should do your festivities or your Christmas dinner on Christmas Day a particular way. And I really did think to myself that, honestly, everybody, it doesn't matter what the trend is, what's cool or what's traditional or what perhaps isn't in season. Literally, stay true to your heart and embrace Christmas and do it your way. I often worry about the world which my nieces and nephews are growing up in, two of which I don't see, but two, I've got two sets of twins, and I've got my small little niece as well. I often look around in the world and I think to myself, do you know what? I wouldn't want to be at that age now making decisions. When you just think back in 2024, the things which we've heard in the world, the war that's been going on, the hatred, but yet of course there's a lot of good going on in the world as well. There's charities close to my heart, the Alzheimer's Research Charity, and I absolutely love getting updates from them, the progress they're making. I also love charities at Christmas, the Christmas Crisis Charity and the Salvation Army, of course, as well. All do amazing things, and they feature in my Christmas kind of to-do, sort of giving them a little something at Christmas season. I always make that part of my tradition as well. I think I get that from my nan. I lost my dear nan on May of 2021, and back then it really felt like that I lost my world, and some days it still does. A lot of my Christmas tradition is hugely based on family. I'm very, very close to my family and they mean everything to me. We have a bond that if they're not right or not feeling on top of the world, then I feel it as well. I'm one of a twin, so I feel emotion for when he's going through something, and vice versa as well. His little girl, I worry, and I do about all my nieces and nephews, even the two I don't see. Families, sadly, are not always perfect and there's always something going on, but sadly things break down and there's just no way of for us being able to change something which unfortunately it may be a brother or a sister or even a parent or a grandparent. Sometimes we have to let it be and we have to accept what's happened, but we wish them well and with a full heart that we wish that they hope and eventually things resolve themselves. I think that puts a little bit of a sentiment on this year, doesn't it, as well? That actually we can wish for the best of everything and we can hope that something's going to resolve itself. But every family goes through so many different storms. I know mine have this year, and it feels great that we're through that now and we're healthy and well and we can look forward to a Christmas season. But if you're going through something this year, I think that's all the more to embrace your way of doing Christmas. Now, I know sometimes that when you get the full family around the Christmas table and everybody's together, somebody usually has to say something, or perhaps somebody has indulged on the Christmas drinks a little bit too much, or perhaps someone's just that way inclined to be a bit picky and choosy and may pass the wrong comment. Do Christmas your way. Don't feel you have to pressurize yourself in a box or in this stamp that that's got to be Christmas nowadays in 2024. If you're a traditional person, you love all the classic nostalgia and the traditional decorations, go for it, my friend. I was reading something last night and I had it was an interior design post which I was looking at, which is a big passion of mine. I really love design. I love decorating and everything like that as well. And I was looking at the suggestions for Christmas, and you know what? It was very cold. It was very empty, and it certainly wouldn't be something which I would use or kind of pursue in my decorations in the future when I have my own home or even in our family home. My mum and dad entrust me with our Christmas decorations, and we do it together, and I absolutely love it. But I love the way that they like my sort of flair for it, I think I would say. So I think what I'm trying to say here is actually with all of what goes on in this world, and we're sort of kind of siloed into having to dress a certain way or act a certain way or be a certain way. Um, in a world that has so much going on, don't let it affect your Christmas. So always do Christmas how you want to. I know my family stick to a way of doing Christmas how we want to, and it's all out there if we can. And if one of our family perhaps is a little bit down on the luck or going through something, we're ensure that they are up on full top spirits come Christmas, and we look out for each other. Yes, we don't always get on, but then again, some families, okay, and that's the key word, family, is a collection of characters, a collection of treasured memories and cherished moments, but different characters. And those characters aren't always going to agree, and then aren't always going to get on. Now, I put my parents aside because I think parents, I never ever disagree with my parents and my grandparents, my dear Nan, who is my absolute world, and I no longer have her, but she's in heaven and she's guiding me always. I would never try to argue, or if I had a cross word, I think there's a way you approach arguments. And certainly not with parents or grandparents. You can have a cross word, but there's a right way of doing it. Now, siblings and sibling rivalry, yes, that is such a thing. And at heart, of course, you think the world of each other. But sometimes there can be a little bit of healthy competition, especially when it comes around to Christmas. You can have a crossword, or if somebody usually says something, it's got to be a brother or a sister, hasn't it? And it stems from there. But I think that common ground that you mean well in what you're saying, hopefully, and that actually you want the best for each other, hopefully. But having said that, don't let you be pushed into kind of that stamp of, or that box of how Christmas should be. So for example, if you're trying to force something, don't do it, my friend. Because as I said on my last clip, it doesn't have to be perfect to be special, and Christmas can be different and unique, and it will be, as it is across the whole globe, isn't it? Some people don't celebrate Christmas, some people do. Some people celebrate it from a religious aspect, some people choose to celebrate it as a family get-together with no religious impact at all, or influence on that at all. Some people use it as a well-earned break and almost close down over the holiday season. Some people like myself go all out. Now I do, absolutely, faith is a huge strength to me and a directive to me. So for me, it's that, and it's the family coming together, it's remembering those who are no longer with us. It's those cherished, treasured moments which all seems to come back to light around the Christmas tree and the Christmas table. So Christmas is very magical. But for sometimes and for some people, Christmas can also be lonely. So when society tries to say that Christmas should look like this, and that whole topic of the commercialisation of Christmas as well, that we should spend a certain amount on gifts, or we should look a certain way at Christmas, just be you, be comfortable, be you, do Christmas how you want to. And for you, if that's glamorous and flamboyant and all out there, fantastic, God bless you. But if it's not, and you like a quieter Christmas and a more of a traditional Christmas, or perhaps you like it completely different and maybe you go away for the holiday season, then good on you. But be sure, my friend, to stay true to heart and stick with it, because you're an individual. Everyone's an individual. How we celebrate Christmas is going to be individual to all of us. Of course, it's a magical time of the year, and we can all share that common ground, that it is a magical time. And as I quote from my favourite film, I always love that miracles happen every single day, and there's always something great happening this time of year. But you also have to take note that there are also people going through hell at this time of year, and people are going through some of the worst storms in their life around this time of year as well. So I think sometimes when society says that we must do Christmas this way, or we must have it a certain way, and they almost try to push this commercialisation that Christmas should be a certain way, or a certain period. Some people may not celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day through people who are working. Families, nurses, frontline service people who are in those families where perhaps somebody will be working all Christmas Day. Perhaps you don't have children, so perhaps Christmas is different. Perhaps it's with animals for you. Perhaps it's people who are like family to you. Perhaps it's friends which come together. You may not even celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day. Maybe Boxing Day, maybe New Year. We've all got our own ways of doing it. So why on earth this world feels that we've got to celebrate it in one boxed version of Christmas? Christmas is a magical time because it's different for so many different people, isn't it? And it's different for every single family. Every single household will do it differently. Some people will have a few decorations. Some will go all out. Some people will bring the family together. Some will just stay in their own individual homes. Some won't see each other for years, but it doesn't mean to say that they don't love each other nonetheless. It doesn't mean to say that Christmas isn't special, it's just that we're doing it our way. And on that note, God bless you, take great care, and remember, stay true to heart this Christmas season, and do it your way. And don't let commercialisation take over. Don't let the stamp of Christmas elsewhere in the background, or in stores, or on billboards, or in city centres, or wherever, all online. Don't let you be forced into that category that you've got to perhaps leave the nostalgia and the traditional stuff aside. No way have you. That's what Christmas is all about. The mix of modern, past, traditional, nostalgia, treasured memories, loved ones at heart. It's all magical, and it all makes our own Christmas individual. On that note, God bless. Thanks very much for being here, and I look forward to you joining me real soon. Happy December. Bye now.